It is inevitable that one day, man would discover a vein so deep an abyss in human nature that his own soul becomes darkened from time spent exploring it. The global media has perpetrated a burden of evil atrocities upon the collective unconsciousness. And it stands that within one's own mind is the accumulation of all to be purged. My advances in psychobiochemistry are still without legislation from slow political processes and conservative medical associations. I can ill afford to wait for salvation from the inner forces that gather into futile wars. I have no choice but to continue purging myself of the horror with emotional genetic chemistry, releasing the rage, hate, and anguish in one final, savage blow.
Good Mr. Utterson. What a delight it is to see you. Oh, and Mr. Enfield. My, it's good to have you again, I hope.
And it is a pleasure to be here, young Paul.
And Dr.
Good evening, Paul. I trust Jekyll is feeling better to have rallied up tonight's guests, Association cannot condone this unproven practice you're suggesting. I mean, this requires greater debate and discussion than you seem able to comprehend.
Damn it, Lennon. It's your vote alone that is holding back the majority ruling in favor. Why can't you see that the time we waste today will plunge us further away from turning it around? My lifetime's work and the future of humanity will not be thwarted by your failure to recognize the genius of it.
What possible genius could that be, Jekyll? I mean, do you seriously believe that the future state of humanity can rely on your incredible claims of global emotional purging with one day allocated to a forum?
It has already shown its results in small-town studies. If we can implement it internationally, we will be creatures of love, not hate.
Jekyll, this is lunacy. You cannot act like some dictator and force this onto people. What about long-term effects? I mean, can we ever truly understand the complexities of the mind through sophistry. If God had intended to banish hatred, don't you think he would have just done it?
Gentlemen.
Dr. Lanyon. Excuse me, Dr. Lanyon?
Thank you. What in God's name is going on here? Hey! I beg your pardon, but that's no way to treat a lady! Are you all right, madam?
Enjoying your evening? Enjoying your evening?
Henry, I want to help you. I really do. But my hands are tied if you don't start talking to me.
This is a matter that cannot be mended by talk.
I'm your friend first, before I'm your lawyer.
Utterson, it is a private matter, and I beg of you to let it sleep.
All I am saying is that the amount you're leaving to this man in your will is unprecedented. Surely in your position...
My position?
Strange. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a brief... No. Hello! Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time that I present to you the good Dr. Jekyll.
Enfield.
Henry.
How are you?
Good, good. You're looking fine.
Thank you. And Mr. Utterson.
Henry,
Pleasure.
you're looking well.
Thank you. May I? Thank you. So, Lanyon, you decided to show up after all.
Well, perhaps we can put our differences aside for one night. After all, it's been some time since we all shared each other's company.
And has any further results of my case studies changed your position from our last discussion?
No. My opinion still stands. This is our legacy of commitment to the Hippocratic oath that we took as doctors to serve humanity and not to interfere unjustly in our nature.
I can always trust in you, Lanyon, to impede the progress of modern science. Can't I?
I'm just saying that the relevance of your studies are yet to be determined. After all, Jekyll, you no longer hold a position of scholarship at any university I'm aware of.
God damn you to hell, Lanyon! You know that that was a pitiful case of office politics. But you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? It's the only way you've got to your position.
Keep an eye on those two, Richard.
Indeed.
Now then, Dr. Jekyll, perhaps you need a quick rest before...
I'm fine, Paul! Well, yes. Maybe. My friends, forgive me, I'm not myself. I will return shortly.